Right, 8:30 on a Monday. Just wanted to quickly go over a number of trades that I'm in. Everything is based off of levels that I post in Telegram and in Discord. By the way, as of October 20th, it will only be on Discord. We will be completing our move to Discord. More about this later. So every instrument has buy and sell levels, and what we do is, this is the Nasdaq, we put them on the charts: buy level, sell level, midpoint, and below the midpoint we're looking to go short toward the sell level. This is oil. Oil was bullish above the midpoint. We have gold. I took a stop earlier in gold actually, so I'm flat in gold right now. I was long before. We have the Nasdaq, the Russell. The S&P doesn't look too great. I might need to take a stop if price goes below the midpoint. That's the idea. I don't want to be long if price is below the midpoint. But definitely so far the S&P is stronger than the other three indices. This is the euro. A euro is nice and simple. Below the midpoint, right to the sell level, retesting the sell level, and going lower. And that's what we expect pretty much from every instrument. The idea is below the midpoint, the market is weaker. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it alone and let it trade. I do have to do a few things. I can just narrate. I cannot stay here and narrate these trades, but we will check on them later on in the day. So again, the idea is simple. Below the midpoint, I'm looking short. So that's the Nasdaq, the Euro, the Russell, the YM. Oil, of course, is bullish, and nothing in gold so far. Right, so a little after 1 o'clock, just checking on these trades. So oil stayed bullish the whole time. The Nasdaq, on the other hand, went from bearish to bullish as price crossed the midpoint. First it was bearish, but could not quite reach the sell level, as you see. So I got stopped on my short pretty much at break even, and then switched on a long upon break through the midpoint, then testing it and going above it. So I am now long, now anticipating price to hit the buy level in the Nasdaq at 15,110, again posted last night. Let's see what else we have. The S&P is looking good, so the S&P actually got to its buy level, so the S&P is stronger than the Nasdaq. Stayed bullish the whole time, just tested the midpoint and then straight up through the buy level, retesting the buy level, and then going higher. The Russell stopped me out on a trail. Unfortunately missed the major move in the Russell. This is the YM. Again, I was bearish before. I was actually short, and just like in the Nasdaq, stepped out of my short, went long as price crossed the midpoint, and the YM hits the buy level. So pretty much everything now hit the buy level except the Nasdaq so far. As I said, oil just stayed bullish, like the S&P, stayed bullish the whole time, hit the buy level a few times, and now kind of looks like it's breaking through it, very sideways, but still a good move overall in crude. Now gold was a bad market for me today. It just chopped me. I took 3 stops actually in gold. As you can see, so far price went nowhere, just flat back and forth around the midpoint, and that happens. That does happen, and there is a market that doesn't cooperate, and that's just part of the game. Again, if 6 markets cooperate and one doesn't, it's still a good day. But with gold I had to give up, as there was no price movement at all. It doesn't happen that often, but here it is. So the euro again stayed bearish the whole time, but sideways. Sideways, but stayed bearish. So still in that short. I'm going to close this position fairly soon. It's just not not going anywhere. And 1 o'clock is past the prime time for euro. So stay tuned. I'm going to show my rhythmic dashboard and just talk about a couple of things. All right, so as the market is closing, here is my computer clock, the rhythmic clock, the total for the day. So it wasn't all smooth. Gold gave me quite a run for my money. I took a number of stops in gold, but the approach is always the same, right? So it's the buy level, the sell level, you find the midpoint. Above the midpoint, you're looking long toward the buy level. Below the midpoint, you're looking short toward the sell level. Now, of course, in reality, sometimes, as with gold today, price kept going above and below the midpoint, and after 3 times, I just stopped. But in the meantime, gold as an instrument for me today was a losing instrument. That's just how it is. Can win them all, but I can win most. So at the end of the day, that's all that counts. So October 20th will be our last day on Telegram. We are moving to Discord. In Discord, I am going to be posting, well, not only the buy and sell level that I post every evening, but intraday levels. So during the US session time, important points for the NASDAQ and the S&P. I started to do this already. I will have more of that once we are completely in Discord, because I'm going to have more time. And then I'm also, I might expand to other instruments such as oil, maybe the euro, maybe gold, because each and every one of these instruments in turn has intraday levels as well. Just, I don't want to overwhelm everyone, but if someone is looking to go beyond, let's say, the NASDAQ or the S&P, there are, of course, other markets to trade, and every market has levels. So basically, as of October 21st, the monthly subscription is going to go up to $100 a month for new members. Those who signed up before then are going to come in at 60 and stay at 60. So if you were thinking of joining, maybe now is the time. Or you can join after the 21st. That is, of course, also fine. But if you're looking to save a few dollars, joining now definitely pays. I will not increase the monthly subscription for existing members. But as of October 21st, price is going up because I think I'm going to have more to offer. So for example, this morning, after 8 a.m., so about an hour before the market opened, I was already talking about S&P staying above 14, going to 28 and 31. In a Zoom call, we have a Zoom call every morning, I was also talking about 38. Now, 43.64 is a number I mentioned, but I had no roadmap for it. In other words, I did not see that number on my charts, so I didn't say anything. But 64 was a level I quickly mentioned in Zoom as an overall destination from a low of 42.35. Then of course the Nasdaq staying above 985, going to 15,015, and then 110 and 126, and the Nasdaq reached all of these prices and beyond. So this is what we're going to do every day when we're going to be in Discord. So a lot of exciting things are happening. Hope you join us. If you are not a subscriber yet to the YouTube channel here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will have more videos of the sort I showed today, and you will see that I repeat the same thing all the time. I'm not changing anything. All right, guys, thank you and enjoy your day.